Hello. So now we are going to solve one problem on development of pyramid. This pyramid you can see in two views, has got a notch like this. This portion of the pyramid is cut. You can see that this is the front view, this is the top view. If you try to visualize this thing in 3D, it is like this. The pyramid has got a cut like this. In top view you will see a square and apex. In front view you will see a triangle. Okay, so here these are the base points. Now you can see that neither of edges is parallel to horizontal line. Okay, so you can see these edges OA, OB, OC, OD, all edges are not parallel to the XY line. To find out the slant height, first what we will have to do, we will have to make one of the line parallel to the XY line. So here in this problem, this OC line has been made parallel to this XY line. When this is made parallel to the XY line, the point in the front view will come here. That means had this C point been here in front view, it would have been here. In that case this line would have been horizontal, and in that case this line would show the true length. That means finally we have got the true length of this line. Once you find the true length of this line, the next procedure is to draw an arc like this. Okay, so either you can draw the arc starting from this point itself, on this green line itself you can draw the arc, but if you draw it so, then the figure becomes a bit clumsy. So instead of that, we are going to copy this line slightly away from this thing, and on that line we are going to draw the arc. Okay, so this way, this is the line parallel to this slant height. This slant height we have found, we have drawn a line parallel to this slant height, and over that we have drawn this arc. The radius of arc will be naturally be equal to the slant height. Then in the next step we have to mark the base sides starting from any point. You can start from A or B or C, any point. If we start it from A will be here, then B point will be 35 away. So we will have to mark the arc like this, so that you get the point A, B, C, D and A again. So I will mark these points. After marking these points, let us draw the lines joining these 4 points from the apex. The next thing we have to note here is that this line should be joined by a straight line. Okay, these 2 points should be joined by straight line, not by the curve, as in case of cone. In case of cone, the base is circular, that is why we do not join the points by straight line, but here we will have to join this by straight line. Now let us name these points starting from A. Next we want to mark these 2 points. So try to understand that here, though only one point is being seen, there are 2 points here, because this straight line you see, this orange color straight line, is not actually one line. There are 2 lines here, OC dash and OD dash. That is why when this point is there on that line, there will be 2 points, one on OC and one on OD. To clearly visualize this thing, we can see the 3D model. So this is O, this is C. So here there is point, let us call this point as PC, and let us call this point as QC. So these two points will be overlapping if you look at it from front. Now similarly here these 2 points will be QC and QD. So let us name these points here. That means this PM, PC and PD are 2 points. These should be marked in the given development. Okay, on this development we should shift these points on these lines C and D. So these 2 lines we have to shift. To transfer these points we are taking the projection from this thing on the slant height, and as we have drawn a parallel line to the slant line, we are taking the projection up to this line. Then we are going to draw the arc with this point as center and this much as a radius up to the C and D points, D lines. So same thing will be there for QC and QD. So with this radius we are drawing the arcs like this. Okay, so now we have marked, we have to mark the points PC and PD. So PC will be here and PD will be here. Likewise QC will be here and QD will be here. So these points we have marked this way. Then after marking these 4 points, 2 more are remaining. These are PM and PN points. These points in the 3D diagram can be visualized like this. So here you can see that this point, though it is looking like 1 point only, there are 2 points. One will be on the front side, which is on, let us say, a line O to M. Okay, O to M is one line on the front side. O to N is another line on the rear side. This is visible in the front view like this. So this is O to M and N. M is on front side, N is on back side. How do we come to know? In the top view we have shown this thing. M is on front side and N is on the rear side. So let us try to mark this M and N point on the development first, because we want to mark this M and N point, and as there is no edge passing through this thing, we have marked an additional edge like this. This additional edge must be marked first here. This additional edge you can see in the top view is between B and C, that is the point on the base M will be between B to C. That means you will have to take this much distance in compass, which is shown 10.2 here. This 10.2 distance is to be taken in compass, and from B we have to mark the arc towards C, because M point we get when we mark the arc from B while going towards C. So to mark this, I am taking the compass and putting this as center and taking this distance. Okay, this distance need not be typed by anybody. You can simply take this distance from the top view. So this distance is between B to M. That means we have here got the point M. This point I will mark. This point, remember, it is on the straight line. Okay, it is on the straight line, not on the curved portion. So here this point is the point M. I will name this point also. So this point is the point M. Similar to this, there will be N point. Okay, similar to this, there will be N point, which will be along the A to D. When we go from A to D, then we get the point N. That means here you will have to mark it from this A to D towards this D, and somewhere here we are going to get the point N. Do not try to mark it here, because it is not on AB. AB is intact, there is no point on N. It is on AD, so it should be marked in this thing. Again, take the same distance in compass, that is from this point to this point. This distance is to be taken in compass. Then arc is to be marked from this point as center. Okay, this point as the center, then the distance should be taken from the top view, which we have taken in compass and marking the arc. Now this point is the point N. I will name also. So this point is the point N. Now the next thing that we want to draw is the construction line which will connect the O to N. Okay. Similarly, another line which will connect O to this M. Okay. So this way. So in our front view we have shown this thing by green line. So we can even give the green color to this thing if we want to make it prominent enough. So OM and ON we have marked. Now the next thing is to mark the points, exact point PM and PN. They will be there on these green lines. That is, PM will be on this green line and PN will be on this green line. That is sure. But where to mark? For that again you are going to take the projection from the front view up to the slant height. Then you are going to turn it along the arc. So this center and this much radius you are going to take and mark the arc like this. Okay. But on this arc, this point itself is not the point PM, and this point itself is not the point PN. It is slightly different points. So let us try to understand why it comes. So here you can say that, see that this face is flat face, and this length, this green length you can see here, is not equal to the true length, and this radius of the arc is showing the true length of the point PM from the apex. But if you try to mark it here, then it would not be the case, because here this total length is less than the slant height. This total length of this green line will be slightly less than the slant height here. So to mark this thing clearly, what you have to do? You have to first of all draw two more lines by another color. I am going to draw these lines. So these lines are from this point to this point. These, why we are taking these 2 points? Because these 2 points are there on the slant height. Try to understand, these 2 points are on the slant height. This OC is showing the true slant height, whereas this green line is not showing the true slant height. That is why we are marking these pink lines. So these pink lines are to be marked like this. After marking these pink lines, you can see that, or you can visualize that here this point of intersection of this green line and pink line is the point PM. I will mark it by this color. And name this point also. So here this point I am naming as PM, and this point is the PN. After marking these points, how to join these points? That is the another question. If you want to join this thing, then look at the front view. Start from any point, preferably from the end point. Let us start it from PC and go in this direction. From PC to PM you will have to join. PN will be behind. Okay. From PC to PM you will have to join. PN should not be joined because PN is on the back side. So you can visualize it like this. This point is the PC point. This point is the PM point. PC to PM is joined, not PC to PN. Okay. PD to QN is to be joined. Okay. That is for the rear side. First let us concentrate on the front side. So let us try to join the points. Okay. To join these points, now looking here, you have to join a line from PC to PM to QC. So let us join this part first. So I am joining this line starting from PC to PM, then PM to QC. You can see in front view this much we have joined. Then on the rear side it is PD to PN. Okay, it is PD to PN, then PN to QD. So let us join it. PD to PN, PN to QD. This way you have to join. But then this much part remains, and you will come to know by looking at the 3D model that this should also be joined. So this point to this point should be joined, which is point QC and QD. Similarly PC and PD should be joined. So let us join these points. So here from PC to PD I am joining it by straight line, then joining this QD to QC. Okay, so this completes the development. So in this problem what we have learned, if the point is there on any of the edges, then how to transfer that point on the given edge, and if no edge is there for any point, then you can put an additional edge like this green edge we have marked. Remember that it should be extended up to the base, then the projection is to be taken in the top view, then this distance is to be marked along the development, then these additional lines you will get in the development. On these additional lines you have to mark this point, okay, additional points by taking the proper projections. Remember that you have to mark these arcs on the true length, that is why the arcs are marked on this link, and then straight line, by straight line it is joined on that straight line, and this green line, this PM and PN points are there. Okay, so that's all for today. Thank you.